Sorry, I've been off the channel lately. I might be back. I'll be back. Let me explain what's going on right now with the channel. So, I have a lot of homework constantly. Wow, that's really hot. Sorry. If you ever want to see me eat and drink on camera, that's for you guys. Which I've actually think I've done it in other videos, and I've done it grosser. I made it really gross just to be funny. It wasn't funny, but you can watch that on my second channel, Chan's Random Vlogs. I'm pretty sexy when I eat, so if that's something that turns on you weird, creepy weirdos, that's cool. So I have a lot of homework. I got at least 5 pages of math. I'm literally sitting there looking at it right now, and I'm dreading doing it. And I'm not doing it till tomorrow. I'm going out of town Thursday. So here's my schedule plan. Let me get, I swear, I get in here and I take the computer chair out and I look for it and I'm like, where is it? And it's out here, sitting out here, not actually by my desk where it should be. So let me slide this back in here. So let me explain what's going on right now. I am dealing with that. It's the end of the school year coming up. Yeah, there's no school, but I'm still getting assigned stuff through online school because that's what everybody's doing due to this coronavirus pandemic, right? So that's a thing. And here's the problem I'm having. I am having a lot of that, so I can't work during the week. So here's my goal. I'm gonna get out a movie review every single weekend and try to get a season review out for a show every single week or every single 2 weeks. So on the weekends, I want to do a Surviving the Coronavirus episode and do a review for a movie. That is the goal. There can be other videos throughout the week, but the main goal is to have those 2 videos up during the weekend. So I'm not going to have a ton of videos uploaded during the week. So I'm just saying that now in this video. But this video is actually my full comic collection. So let me grab my comics. Also, I'm just going to make it a nerdy book collection because I really don't have that many nerdy... Because I have some books that are like comics and they kind of go with other things too. So, or that aren't comics and they actually go with other things. Yeah, whatever. You get the point. So that's one thing there. What in the world? I forgot I put this there. And I thought it was like a $50 bill sitting in there. And I'm like, what the hell? I was like, oh my gosh, that was hilarious. Okay, sorry if that's really loud, but yeah. Oh my gosh, Chewy! Chewy! He's fine. This is a weird Chewy plush, but yeah, it sits on here. And we'll just grab all this. Alright, so let's kind of start with my DC, because that's primarily what I collect. So let's start with the first comic book I ever bought. I don't want to pop out another one that's not DC, but I bought these kind of at a similar time. I really love Ninja Turtles. In fact, right here, I have... Yeah, I love Ninja Turtles. I used to own the Paramount movies that they did a few years ago. I got rid of them. I can't watch them. They're not good. I can't watch the TMNT one, but I can respect it, so I just have it sitting here. I can't respect those movies. Those movies are not good. at all. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. And they're supposed to reboot them, and they're trying to make it more accurate to the Ninja Turtles, which sounds great, but I just can't respect those. But yeah, so for Christmas one year, I asked for a couple Ninja Turtles crossovers, and I haven't read, so they've done 3 of these now. I've only read this one, and I need to catch up. I'm very late to the show with comics. I don't, like, read comics up to date all the time. I do read comics, but I don't, like, go out, buy a one-shot issue each month or something. I buy them whenever I can get them at a good deal, or there's something really, really good I want to read. Excuse me. Oh, God. What is going on with my voice? But yeah, this is a good crossover. I need to read the second part. Fantastic crossover with Batman Ninja Turtles. And they made it into an animated movie that was actually pretty good. I don't think this would work. They kind of did this storyline from in the movie, but I don't think it would work as well. This exact story, the way they did it, would work as well if they did it like actually in live action. I think this is one of those weird stories that only works as a comic. They did take some inspiration for that new like Ninja Turtles Batman movie, which I still need to get on Blu-ray or 4K or whatever. I mostly Blu-ray. Here's my thing: DC animated movies don't look that great. I don't see the necessary upgrade of getting something on 4K. If I can get it on a good deal, like it's $8 or $4, $6 on 4K. Hell yeah, I'll grab it. But for the most part, I just don't see it. I don't see the upgrade potential there. So that's a cool crossover. So you got Ninja Turtles and Ghostbusters here. And then the rest of this is all going to be DC. This is fantastic. This also has a second part. I don't think they released a third part to this, but I like the Ghostbusters and Ninja Turtles, and they're already comedic just in general. It's just kind of cool. And they also did a Ninja Turtles episode of the 2012 series that was kind of inspired by this too. So that was pretty cool. I didn't actually watch that episode. I just heard people talking about it. It was pretty cool from what I did see of it, but I didn't actually sit down and watch the whole thing. So another one, this is also part of my movie collection, Batman Under the Red Hood. This was like $13 on sale. These are usually like $20 to $25. So these are editions of the comic. But then it also has the DC animated movie that goes along with it, which is a smart idea. They did like box sets of this, but those box sets, they were already expensive. And then they went out of print. So now they're even more expensive. So I just kind of pick these up whenever I can see them at a good price. Like this was $13. Fantastic storyline. I'm not going to say anything about it because you really should just read it. And if you don't want to read it, this is on the same exact level as the comics. Also on this Blu-ray. Let's see if I can pull it out here without. It's kind of there's a Jonah Hex short, which is another fantastic DC character. Kind of a weird short, but yeah, that's there too. Both of these are really good. I think I did a review on my second channel like a long time ago. Should probably do an updated one. But the thing with these DC animated movies, they're really good, but they're not that rewatchable. Like, you can't rewatch them over and over again. I think that's why they get so cheap, is that the people want to watch them, pick them up day one. The rest of everybody just forgets about them because you can't talk about these things as much. You talk about them for a while when they come out, and then go, yeah, that's really good, but they're not that rewatchable. It's just but I definitely have read the story multiple times. I can't rewatch the movie that often. Especially since the movie has some very intense emotions with certain characters I'm not going to say. Because if I say anything about Red Hood, I'm going to tell you who he actually is. And that's like a spoiler. It's like a spoiler. I think everybody knows, but I guess there's some, if you don't read comics, you probably don't know. So I don't want to say. And then this is a collection of like all the Action Comics Supermans. This came out a few years ago. I got this for Christmas last year, and it's like a collection of like over 80 years of Superman comics. They're obviously not all the Action Comics, but just like the important ones, are collected in here, like the first one ever. So a lot of the ones from the 40s and things like that. Like I should probably open all these up and start showing you some of the artwork. I'll go back, do that with some of the ones I didn't do yet. But, there's like a lot of stuff here. There's black and white ones. There's, read-ups about some of this stuff. I mean, there's a Batman one like this for Detective Comics that I need to get. But it'll probably be a while, just like it was for this one, because I had my eyes on this one for a while. But yeah, here's some of the cool covers and stuff. Yeah, it's a cool. And then gotta go through this. I'm not gonna say too much about this though. You don't want to spoil too much, so I can make sure there's no spoilers here. There's some characters that show up and stuff. Really fantastic art in this one. Look at that shot. It's just Batman. Wow. I mean, that's fantastic art. And then, they did do a hardcover of this, but when this came out before the Ghostbusters ones. So when I asked for this one, they only had this paperback. They didn't have a hardcover. I kind of want to get a hardcover, but it's like, this is the same comic. It's in good enough condition that I don't see the need. But there's Batman and crap and, cool stuff, and just the cinematography, like, of the way the characters are framed in these panels are actually pretty good here. Yes, there is cinematography in the comic, because they do have to frame the characters in a certain way to make an image in the comics, like similar to a movie camera. It's, let me know if you want to see a video just talking about my comic book movie collection, which I would probably record after this, honestly, because I feel like that would be super fun to do. Yeah. And then this is, I don't remember where I got this. I think it was it's like 25 cents wherever it was, or something like that. DC Year of the Villains. It's probably a free comic. I don't even know. But yeah, there's some cool shots here and images. I haven't actually read this because it looks like it connects to something else. I just have it for the sake of having it, which is going to be a trend with the rest of these issues here. I'm just going to go through it real quick and find the DC ones, which most of these are DC, because I'm going to be real, Marvel is cool. Marvel is fantastic, okay? But I'm not a Marvel guy. I love the Fantastic Four. I've mentioned this many times. I love, like, all the Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer, Mole Man, just characters like that. And I love the X-Men and Spider-Man and Daredevil. And besides that, yeah, I don't care. I could care less about Marvel. I think those characters are good, and I've read a lot of those characters, and I will, like, it's like Harry Potter. So I don't like Harry Potter at all. The movies, they're not objectively good. But I'm not ever going to call them bad. Like, I'm not. Like, I wouldn't call them bad at all. But I feel like, okay, like, there's good aspects to Harry Potter movies. Like, some of them have good cinematography and crap. They should be a TV show. Goblet of Fire is a terrible adaptation of the book. If you were to review every Harry Potter movie based on its adaptation book, they wouldn't turn out well. They would not be reviewed as highly as they are. A lot of people like them for nostalgia, and I get it. You like the Harry Potter movies, but they're not as great as people say they are. And I like the books for what they are. Like, I do and I don't. Like, they're objectively good books. I just don't care for them myself. And so it's kind of the way I am with Marvel. Like, a lot of those characters are objectively good, but there's a lot of characters that aren't. I do not like Iron Man. I think he's a garbage character. Less so in the movies, but I don't think he's actually that great in the movies either. A lot of the problems I have with him in the comics are still there, but less present. But yeah, get back to the comic book collection here. I bought these at Bakersfield Comic Con when I went. And this is Superman Action Comics Pressure. They're actually pretty good. I got these for $1. They're good issues, and you should check these out. This one, like, I don't remember this one really doesn't have a name, but yeah, this is a cool cover. You know, so these are still in their plastic, of course. A lot of these aren't, because a lot of these didn't come in plastic. And then let's kind of do a turn just all my random comics, and then I'll get into Star Wars. But let me go on to, this is like a nerdy book. It's mostly comics, but there's like some nerdy books too. I bought this at a Dollar Tree. Wonder Woman movie novelization. So it kind of has like more of the actual script within it, and it explains details further, and these novelizations exist for a reason. So this is a Dollar Tree, and I picked that up. So that's cool. I actually haven't read it. I probably will at some point. Actually, just being real, I probably will not. But yeah, these also came from a Dollar Tree. Some Mickey Mouse comics, because you gotta love Mickey. Cool comics and crap. But yeah, I mean, I haven't read that either. I probably will not do that, but they're just kind of cool, I guess. They have like some Disney Princess and Frozen ones, but I don't really care. I just bought the Toy Story one and the Mickey Mouse one because I have a problem. But I like them, and they're kind of cool, and I'll check them out. We'll see. So let's go over some of the free comics I got Free Comic Book Day, and I think these are the only ones I have besides some other ones here. Like I got at least 3. I think there was 4. Yeah, there was a Stranger Things one, and that one I got rid of because it was such bad dialogue. I couldn't read it, and I just like almost threw up. So I got rid of the book, honestly. And it did not get me interested in ever reading the Stranger Things comics, which I probably will because I'm a huge fan. This is the first Spawn comic I ever read. This was actually pretty good. I liked it. I will not say it's great. I'm very interested in checking out more Spawn. I want them to make a movie about Spawn now. I know they did. I don't want to see it though because I don't think it's very good. And judging by how a lot of people talk about it, it's probably not. So, Bob's Burgers. These are actually like complete stories that probably were collected in another edition of comics, but I love Bob's Burgers, so I'm glad to have this. I'm excited for Comic Book Day, but oh wait, you know what? Due to the coronavirus, it's canceled. It's so freaking sad. Everything's canceled. There's like signs in people's yards when I go out now in my chair, just out for walks or whatever, and it says "Hope is not canceled," which is just so stupid, but whatever. I just think that's funny that the people have gotten that bad over this whole pandemic thing. I can't take this pandemic. We're all gonna die. So this is Alien 3. This is the screenplay that wasn't used by William Gibson. I've read this is pretty good, and I've never seen Alien 3. I need to watch that at some point, but this is so much better. From what I've heard about Alien 3, this works better for me personally. Because I'm from spoilers for Alien 3, but at the beginning of that movie, they kill off all the main characters of Aliens, which just does not sound like something I want to watch. So I am hesitant to check that out. I will one day. I'll probably watch all the Alien movies. I just don't want to. Alien 4 Requiem, I think is what it's called. Yeah, I don't know if I ever want to see that one, but you know. Spy vs. Spy. You love Mad Magazine, so Spy vs. Spy. Why not? Awesome. This is my most expensive comic. This is like literally valued over $100, this comic. This is out of print. And I need to sell it, honestly. I don't know if I will. I feel like I should though, because I don't read this, and the price that this is being valued at, because it's out of print, is very high. I could make some good cash off of it. I don't know if I would sell it for 100. I've seen that it's been listed for 100. But you gotta remember with eBay, a lot of this stuff it's listed, but not sold. So I could probably make $50. $50. That's at the most. But I'm thinking about selling this for about $30. I can make at least 20, and might do that. But till then, I'll think about it. I like Over the Garden Wall. I think it's a great miniseries. I don't read this stuff that often, but here's my thing. If I don't sell it now, they'll probably reprint it, and it will go down in value, and I won't be able to sell it for that much. And that's the thing there. Adventure Time Encyclopedia. I just bought this because I was a huge fan of Adventure Time at the time, and it's cool and all. There's maps of the world and cool lore and characters and stuff. It's freaking awesome. There's lyrics to the Fry song and crap, but yeah, it's a really cool companion piece to the show. I actually thought this was the Enchiridion because I cannot apparently read encyclopedia, but it's not. It's kind of cool though. It's a cool companion. I wish they actually made an Enchiridion that you could buy. It seems like a cool aspect to the show that you can't buy. Unlike Gravity Falls Journal 3, they should make 2 and 1, but they haven't. And it's weird that they haven't because this is a New York Times bestseller. Fantastic companion piece to the show. Explains some of the lore further. There's little secrets, there's little jokes, and you can actually use blacklight in a special edition that they made. It's pretty awesome. This is a pretty cool version. This is not the special edition because I do not have infinite amounts of money to drop on it, but this is really something that if you are a fan of Gravity Falls, this runs for about $12 most of the time on Amazon. This is a cool aspect, companion piece to the show. I actually really love Gravity Falls. I actually own the whole series here. This was a $70 Shout Factory Blu-ray set for 2 seasons. Not worth it, but I had to have this show on Blu-ray. I don't know why. I do know why. It's fantastic. There's only 40 episodes here. That's a pretty sturdy box set right there. Excellent pricing. For the box is made really well. It's really hard to tear. You can tear it. It's possible, but it's very hard. I haven't done it yet. Hoping to never do it. There's episode guides, and there's all the discs and stuff and episodes, and there's a whole disc for special features. So I freaking love this show. I recommend checking it out if you've never seen it. It's on Disney Plus. All of the episodes, you can watch it all there. If you want to own the show, $70. You can get it on DVD. I think there's still a Walmart exclusive version that runs for $20. So if you don't care about it being on Blu-ray, and it has no special features, you can do that too. But I'd recommend these Blu-rays because Blu-ray is better than DVD will ever be, no matter the price. Gravity Falls Lost Legends. This is a sequel comic book that continues where the show left off, and this is another one. Another thing I think is really worth checking out. Last thing here, I should have pulled this out when I brought up the Alien, but this is a novel. Continues off of Predator. Turnabout. Never read it. Printed by Dark Horse. You check it out, but I haven't done it yet. And then I think this is my only Marvel comic. I need to buy some more Marvel comics. Fantastic Four, True Believers. These True Believers, if you don't know what these are, they're just reprints of stuff Marvel has already made before. And they're one-shot issues. So they're not the full comic. They're just part of it. I got Darth Maul Free Comic Book Day. This is similar to these True Believers. Here's the Darth Vader one. And then Ashes of the Jedi. Or Jedediah. Or however you say. I don't know if you can read it there. There's some glare. Yeah, I'm sorry about the glare, but yeah, there's that. And then the rest is just Star Wars novels that I got at a yard sale. The Joiner King, Dark Nest. This is the first book. I haven't read it, and there's multiple other books. The Imperial Commando novel, the 501st. Need to read that. True Colors Republic Commando. Need to read that. And the last one here is Republic Commando 000. So yeah, I need to read all these. I have not read these. And they're cool. And yeah, so that's my full comic collection. Right? Now, somebody may ask, but if you've not read all this stuff, why do you collect it? I do intend on reading this stuff. Here's the thing. I read books. I read them very slowly. I'm not a book reader. I should do a video about this. I've tried to do it, but I end up coming across too ranty. I don't believe that books are better than movies. I don't believe in that at all. I think that is bullcrap that people have perpetuated because a lot of people, when they watch a movie about a book, like that's a good one here. I'm looking at my movie shelf. What's a good one? Like Charlotte's Web. This is based on a book. People will watch this movie and legitimately say, oh, well, it sucks because it's not like the book. I've seen critics do this. It devalues the film because a book takes a lot less people, a lot less thought, a lot less effort, and a lot less technicalities that go into making a film good. It's a lot harder to make a film good than a book. A book, all you have to care about is good writing, good characters. If you want to explore a theme, a good theme. If you want, but most of all, you need to have a good story and good pacing and dialogue and crap like that. Okay? In a movie, you have to have that stuff too. But you also have to have cinematography, editing, lighting, effects, sound design, a score, music, like the licensed music that sometimes get used in movies. They use that well. Performances, costume design, there's all these different things that go into making a film good. Okay? So you're going to watch a movie like The Hunt for Red October. This movie has amazing cinematography. Such a well-made movie. Like, fantastic movie. Amazing performances. Can you get that in the book? Are you going to say this movie's bad because it's not accurate to the book? No. Because there's so much more in this movie than there is in a book. I'm not saying that you can't enjoy the movie over a book. But let's not as a critic, you shouldn't decide, hey, it's not like the book, so it's not good now. It's like, no, your freaking job is to point out the things that other people wouldn't notice. The average moviegoer does not know what the hell cinematography means. They don't know what that means. It's your job to say, hey, this cinematography is great. Yeah, I don't like it. If you don't like it because it's not like the book, I get it. But don't devalue other aspects of the film because you think it's not accurate to some book you read. Especially since a lot of critics will review Harry Potter very highly, then they'll review something like The Golden Compass very poorly or something, and it's like, okay, well you can't give Harry Potter a pass for doing the same crap that you crapped on this movie for. What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, stop. It's a big problem. I absolutely hate it. It's just a problem with our reviewing movie culture. It's gotten really bad. And average everyday people seem to think that when you change something from a book, it's for no reason. And this is just not true. It's not at all. It's, number one, you take something from a book because of time constraints is the main reason. That's the main reason people take stuff out. Okay, you got to make a movie 2 hours. You can't take 500 pages of material in a book and turn it into a 3-hour, 3-act structure movie. It just doesn't work like that. It's very difficult to do. A lot of Harry Potter is taken like that. But Harry Potter, there's a lot of things that don't make sense if you haven't read the books. I know this because I watched the movies without reading the books, and some of you might be like, that's blasphemy. It's like, I watch every movie without reading the books first, because it makes me appreciate the movie first and not some book. And I end up liking both majority of the time. Sometimes it's different. I appreciate both for very different reasons, and I just don't believe in that crap. But I recommend that if you ever see a movie that if you don't like it based on the book, you give it a second chance and try to ignore the book. I recommend doing that. It's a big issue that people have. I don't understand it. Another people take stuff from books is it is an adaptation. A lot of people like Where the Wild Things Are movie because it's very dark, it's very dreary, it's very different from the source material. But that's what the intention was. Like, it's not supposed to be the book. It's supposed to be this guy's interpretation of this material. And he still got the main point of the book across, which is really what you should care about. Not how accurate it is to the book, is the point of the book still kept intact. That's what most people should care about, but it just doesn't work out that way, and people they crap on movies too much. I like movies more because there's just more in a movie. There just actually is. There's just more that goes into making a movie good. Yeah, I mean, you could argue that a bunch of other stuff goes into making a book too, but when you boil it down, books are really made by like maybe a few writers and the author and maybe an illustrator. That's it. That is it. Okay? A movie is made by thousands upon maybe hundreds of people. It's made by a crap ton of people. And half of those people don't get their names put in the credits of movies. Yeah, next time you go say movies are made just for fun, you need to go look at that list of people who spent hours upon hours making this and ask them and start asking them, did you make this movie just for fun? It's like, that's kind of an insult. Some movies are made just for fun. That is true. Not all movies are made with that intention. So remember, when you think a movie is made just for fun, you're not always right, because movies are not just entertainment. There's more to a movie than just entertainment. I know it's really hard for some people to swallow, but there's a lot that goes into making a movie, and we need to respect that. But yeah, that's my story there. Just do not crap on a movie because it's not accurate to the book. If you don't like a movie because it's not based on a book, I get it, but that doesn't mean the film is bad because it's not accurate to your book. There's a lot that goes into it. End of story.